So what's up, guys? Today, another episode. Clocking with me. This is Chris Morman Chavez. Of course, we have a very decorated and special guest for today.
All right, guys. My name is Yanzo. I'm friends with Chris.
Are we?
Oh yeah, Chris Warren. Yeah, we're friends, right?
Are we?
Yeah, we are.
No, I just met you down the street.
Oh. No. But we're friends. Probably back in what
2021. 2022.
Yeah, 2022. Yeah, we're actually both from Palawan. You went to PSU, diba?
Yeah, PSU.
I went to LC.
Life College.
Yeah.
And how many years did you stay there?
So when I was in Palawan, I probably stayed there for about like 4 years, 5 years.
4 years, 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened after that?
So 4 years, 5 years. At 14 years old, I moved to the US and then grew up there, finished my high school, and I went to the military, US Navy.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, that was something. And
Military guy.
yeah, and then I retired, separated, and now I'm here, you know.
All right. So, syempre, like from Palawan, and then lumaki ka ba na Manila? Like dumaan ka ba na Manila or diretso ka na sa States?
Oh yes, so I was born in Manila. Then I moved to Palawan because my mom's from Palawan, and my mom met she was an OFW, so she met a foreigner, and then he took us to the US. That's how I went to the US. So I've been through all of the places.
Hey guys, syempre, if you want to know more about him, you can follow him, di ba? Ano ba
Yeah,
IG?
follow me, Yanzo_24. You can, learn about everything about me there. I'll be posting more.
Ooh, everything.
Okay, not everything. Yeah, but some things are kept private.
Syempre, una-una dyan, gusto nilang malaman eh. Di ba? Let's ask the question. Kung may nag-iisip man, or baka nag-assume lang ako dyan, guys, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero, are you single or
Yeah.
somebody got a hold of your heart?
Yeah. No, I'm single.
You're single.
Yeah.
Ayun, single siya, di ba? And of course, syempre, transitioning from Palawan to the States.
Yeah.
Like, may iba may experience sa ganun or nakabakasyon na on some part of the States. Pero what are the biggest surprises nung nakapunta ka ng States? Like,
Oh, I mean,
or adjustments that you made?
yeah, no, it was very hard. Going to the US, coming from Palawan, it was a big, like culture shock. I had to adjust like really with everything. Like how I used to live in Palawan was not the same thing how I used to know or how it is in the US. Back then, I didn't know how to speak English. All I knew was like yes, no, maybe.
Oo lang, di ba?
Yeah. Yeah, you want this or that? I just say yes. So yeah, that's how it was a big culture shock in the US. But eventually, I got it. I got into the culture, and then I adjusted. And yeah, I would say it was a big risk, and it was a big challenge for me to like go there and start a new life. And but yeah, I would say it was a big part of my life. Yeah.
But back then, was it gusto mo bang lumipat din na States or nung time na yun dati, gusto mo bang magstay lang sa Palawan?
I mean, it wasn't necessarily na like gusto ko. Yeah, but I was so young, I didn't have a choice, like
Okay.
I basically
You were just going with the flow.
I was just going to the flow, like whatever my parents or my mom told me at that time, like
Yeah,
hey,
okay.
let's go. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't, if I said no, like she wouldn't have done a different thing,
Yeah.
So, but if you were to ask me now, I would definitely say like I would rather choose to be in the Philippines than the US. So
Yeah, kasi kaya nga din kami nagkakilala. Hindi, kahit nasa US siya, umuwi pa rin siya sa Philippines, and one of our friends actually introduced us
yeah.
together, and wala may spark. Ay. The joke like spark. Yeah, and we've been friends ever since, di ba?
Yeah.
Oo, kasi wala same ng kalokohan.
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of just like clicked in a way where like when I first met him, it wasn't awkward.
Yeah, because we're both weird. Hindi, pero kasi nung, syempre, you went to the States, most Filipinos rarely, or most people who go or migrate to another country rarely visit their hometown, but you,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
you like every year you make it the goal.
I
right?
make it a goal to come
Yeah.
back here. Like I get really homesick in the US, and I really miss the Philippine lifestyle, the Philippine like my country, my home country, the motherland, you know. And I wouldn't trade it for anything else.
Ooh, so speaking of, ano ba yung, kung may food kang binabalikan dito, like every time you miss the Philippines, what food is it?
Oh, definitely kare-kare.
Oh, kare-kare.
Kare-kare with bagoong. Oh my goodness, bro.
Damn, so you never forget your roots, no?
Yeah, never.
Yeah, kasi syempre also, like in the States, you also mentioned syempre decorated your, US Navy.
Humble.
Diba? Military. So let's start with what was your thought process or what happened that made you decide
To join the
to
Navy.
join the Navy?
So initially, after high school, right, it was during pandemic. So I wasn't really doing well in school, like in high school. Well, not really like it. I wasn't really like it wasn't enough for me to really get a good scholarship at a good college that I wanted to. So, and given the fact that it was pandemic, I couldn't get a job. I couldn't go back home in the Philippines because flights were canceled. The airports are closed.
Quarantine, diba?
Yeah,
Lockdown.
Yeah, and so I was left with no choice. And my stepdad, is a military as well. He's retired Air Force, U.S. Air Force, and he told me to follow his footsteps, and I decided to join the Navy, and that's where my story went. Like I just decided because I had no choice. I didn't really want to be a U.S. Navy. It was more like I needed to be.
At that time, it was the only opportunity you saw.
Yeah, that was the only thing.
take, right?
Yeah, it was the only.
Kasi hindi biro yung, guys, na
Yeah,
syempre may training yun, diba?
definitely.
Like 1 year training.
Yep.
And they
One
want
year training, and then the next 3 years is your duty. Like they call it you being in the fleet. So yeah, I spent 4 years in my active duty, and then now I'm out. So
Ooh, okay, interesting. So after all that hard out, kasi since sinabi mo na rin na that's not really the thing you wanted, but before we move on from that, did you enjoy it and what made you like, syempre on a daily basis, it's a daily battle, di ba? Mahirap yun. Hindi naman sa hindi mo gusto, pero like hindi yun yung passion mo, kumbaga.
yeah, definitely.
Diba? Like
It wasn't.
deep inside, hindi yun yung passion mo. Like what made you go through that daily doubt or
Like while I
struggle, yeah,
in the
nung
Navy,
nasa
okay.
Navy ka.
Well,
Kasi 4 years is not a joke eh.
Well, I mean, again, yeah, it wasn't like if once you're in the Navy, you're like in the Navy.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot.
It's a
get out.
commitment. It's alright.
So it was either you like get hurt, like too much to where they can't keep you in and they just kick you out, or you do something bad and then they separate you because you did something
Yeah.
bad, or you just finish your whole 4 years without any trouble. But there's no choice. Once you sign that contract, once you swore in, you're in it till the end, and then it's up to you if you want to re-enlist or like extend your service or separate. And I chose separate because it's not really my passion, like I said.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so ladies, first, single. Pangalawa, committed. Oh, okay, diba?
okay.
Kaso passport, may expiration. Expiration years. 4 years.
Every 4 years.
Every 4 years, okay, done. Kasi ang hirap din ng ganun na ako nga from Palawan to Manila, hindi naman ako nag-training ng pang-military, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero may struggles din ako, parang ganun. What more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very like I said, it was more of like you had to do it. So like even though I wanted to get out early, like as my first year,
much as possible.
Yeah, my first year I wanted to get out, So, but the pay, the benefits of the military that comes with it, it was worth it, like I would say.
Parang you committed to it naman, you gave it your 100%, but now
Yeah.
you see a chance for you to be able to seek yourself naman.
Exactly.
Diba? Kasi dati it's a necessity and nakaka-relate talaga yan eh. May mga ganun talagang points sa life natin na kailangan nating gawin to kasi this is how I survive. This is how I at least create another opportunity or opportunities for me, di ba?
Yup.
Ano naman yung masasabi mo, like for example, for someone who's been lost, kasi you've been there, di ba? Na parang,
Definitely.
eto ba talaga yung tamang decision? Ano bang gagawin ko? Like, when it feels like there's no options left,
I see.
like kung may nanonood ngayon that feels the same way, is there any piece of advice like you can give them?
My best advice that I could give you based on my own experience, don't be afraid to take on a path that doesn't really lead to the path where you want to be. So I would say na parang like, even though na, like for me, for example, like it wasn't my passion to be in the military, but it turned out to be a stepping stone to where I want to be. That's probably like the best thing I could say. Like, don't be afraid to take on things that aren't necessarily like what you wanted to do or what your passion is, but because like it could turn out to be a good thing to where you can use it as a stepping stone and experience and like, you know, help you grow as a person so that way you can reach that goal and like, you know, get to where you want to be. So,
Kaya nga sa buhay natin, it's easier to look back than to look forward, di ba? Like to look ahead.
yeah.
Diba? Kasi like right now naman sa buhay natin, like who knows? I mean, we can maybe see how it will look like tomorrow or sa susunod na linggo or next month. Pero who knows kung saan tayo next year?
Exactly.
Diba?
And who knows where you'll be tomorrow?
Yeah. And even if you didn't initially want to be in the military, I feel like based on what you've said, hindi mo naman din siya ni-regret. Diba?
Exactly. Yeah.
You're even grateful for it.
I was
Diba? Kaya
grateful.
parang if you do your part, parang everything will align.
Exactly.
Diba?
Yeah.
Kasi yun yung pinag-uusapan natin before we started, diba? Na parang at least you gave it 100%. Parang do everything 100%.
That's also one thing I would say too. Like, no matter what it is that you do in life, yeah, I would say like do everything 110%. You know, because like it's not about like, you know, just because you don't like what you're doing or it's not your passion that you won't. It's, you know, it's okay to not do 110%. But it's more about like your personal, like, I would say like personal growth. Like your mindset has to be like that. Yeah, that way like you would do, you know, parang like sanay ka na na you do 110% anything that you do in life, you know.
Kung gusto niyo yung ginagawa niyo ngayon, if you're happy where you are in life, then I'm proud of you, diba?
Exactly.
And yun lang, do everything you could na to hold on to that as much as possible.
Don't
but
lose
also,
hope. Like don't lose like the
Yeah.
vision. You know, even though na parang you see yourself as like not on that path,
Yeah.
it's okay. Like you're eventually gonna be there. You know, like it's gonna connect.
Yeah.
You know.
things are gonna work out.
Yeah, you
no
just
matter
gotta
how long it
trust
takes.
Trust the process.
Yeah.
That's what they say. So
I wanna ask you, like, kung saan ka ba in your life right now? Like, in your journey?
I'd say like I mean obviously I'm still far from being successful, you know, I'm not content of where I am. I'm still chasing like a dream, you know, like in the future. Nah, I wanted to like, you know, make my own platform and like produce my
Ooh.
own videos, like, you know.
Okay, that's a first. Dito lang yan sa Clock and with me. Nako naman.
Yeah. So, but you know, eventually I'll get there. You know, it's a process to work on, like work with. You know, like I said, kahit na like the U.S. Navy, oh, like look at me now. You know, like pursuing what I want to do and become successful. And like basically at the end of the day, like we all just want to be rich.
Yeah.
Wag na tayo
Plastika, di ba?
Plastika.
Oo, gusto natin yumaman enough to be able to
Like
buy what we need and want.
exactly.
The best?
Free
Yeah.
financially. You know, like
Yes.
just experience and like instead of surviving or thriving in life, living life, you know.
Ooh.
So, and obviously helping like, you know, the people in need, like my family, you know, and like the people around me. And, you know, that never changed. You know, I always wanted to like chase like dreams and do the things that like, even though I don't necessarily wanted to do, but I have to do it, or it's like another path, because it's always not going to be like from point A to point B. You know, it's going to be like from point A, then a little bit like branch point
Zigzag.
B. Yup. Point
Yup.
C, point D,
Yup.
point E. You know, like it's not gonna be a straight line. It's gonna be like a lot of obstacles, a lot of problems gonna be in the way, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna stop from that point, diba? So like that's why I said like there's a quote that I live by, and it was like after you climb the mountain, you find another bigger mountain to climb more. You know, you keep going. You're never satisfied, and that's who I am. I'm never satisfied with where I am, even though like some people might say that I'm successful now. Like
Sumaksis eh.
I'm not. Like
Not.
step. Yeah, I'm definitely not yet. And yeah, I would say like I'm far from being successful. You know, like, and I'll probably figure it out like once I get to that point where like I can say I'm satisfied. Like I'm content. You know.
Yeah, kasi sometimes we're so focused on the end goal na hindi natin nagagawa yung mga little things that matter.
Yep.
That
You
will
stumble along
contribute,
the way.
diba?
Yeah.
That will contribute. Kaya minsan, yun, we stumble along the way.
Yeah.
Diba? But the important thing is that you get up and you never give up.
Yep. Consistency is key, guys.
Alright, so yeah, you mentioned na gagawa ka ng
My content, like my
Content.
page. Yeah, I'll probably I'll start it soon, like not too soon, but
yeah, malay nyo by the time na ma-post tong video na to, may mga contents na to. So follow nyo na siya
yeah.
on his IG.
Yanzo_24.
Ayan, so thank you so much everyone for watching.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. It's an honor, Chris.
No, thank you.
It's an honor to be here and to share my life and to give advice to the young Filipinos out there and aspiring, like people. And maybe there's people and Filipinos out there that want to learn about U.S. Navy. Feel free to shoot me a message and I can help you guys out and give you guys some insights on that training that you're gonna be in. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, guys. Again, Yanzo here, of course, together with your Chris Moore. And yeah, this is Clocking With Me.